Monday morning. It's the main event. I'm your humble host, Stephen McCollum, and you know him as 17-year NFL veteran Dale Hellestrae, 3-time Super Bowl champion Dale Hellestrae. Could you imagine playing a Super Bowl at 2030 in February in cold Nashville? Dale Hellestrae.
Ooh,
Dale Hellestrae,
gracious.
everybody.
Boy, oh boy, I was reading about that over the weekend, and they'll never give Dallas another Super Bowl, are they?
Isn't that the weird thing? That was the whole point. Jerry spent all that money and did everything was so he could be in the rotation.
Yes, and they
He
think
ain't in that rotation.
They think that every February there's a blizzard that moves through Dallas and paralyzes the city. I was there for that Super Bowl.
Well, that's what happened the last one,
Yes.
right? Was that big storm roll through? So
Not
everybody
only
was
that,
mad.
but Jerry tried to squeeze a few more seats in there, and one of the temporary seats
Fell down,
yes.
fell, literally broke and
Yes.
fell, and if people would have been sitting there, would have been major lawsuits.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I know. So isn't that interesting? Yeah, Nashville, Tennessee, Music City. I'm not opposed to it, and I'm trying to find out. Are they doing a dome stadium there? I think it is, because you don't build stadiums now just for football. You build it for concerts
Yes.
and other things like that. But it's not just the Super Bowl being in that weather. It's everything leading up to it. Corporate people. It's a corporate event. Like Coca-Cola, FedEx, they send their like highest people into their highest, whatever, money people, that customers, etc. You can't play golf when it's. I've been in Nashville in January. It's miserable, damn.
Right.
Miserable, cold. Whew. The Super Bowl, Nashville, Tennessee, 2030. Ready for that, folks. Also, Minnesota's getting the draft some year coming up. They do it so far in advance that I just get confused on what year is what. Minnesota getting the draft in April. Go Vikings! That way the fans can be disappointed in person.
Let me see here. I'm looking up Titans' new stadium.
I'm pretty sure it's a dome.
It does look like it's a dome.
Yeah. I don't think it's retractable. It looks nice. Nissan Stadium, I think is what it's called. It looks nice. I remember the renderings looked really nice.
$2.1 billion,
Yeah.
Stephen.
Yeah. But you don't build stadiums nowadays for what you're building it for. You're building stadiums for everything you can get
Right.
after the 8-9 games you get in football and stuff to that effect. So there you go. Nashville hosting Super Bowl LXIV. What is that?
That's 30?
30.
I mean,
40.
in 2030.
2030, yeah. Well, LX, X is 10. How can you have LX?
LX is 50, I think.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh. So 54 IV?
Yeah.
In 2030. Whew. NFL. Time to change that system up there.
Well, it takes a little while to plan those things, Steve. Got to get the traffic pattern down.
Well, it does take a year or two to put everything in motion and get the plan.
Right.
But then just what they had to do to just get the Super Bowl. It takes 2 years of planning just to bid to get the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The stadium will be 3 years old when the goes there. Look, you build a stadium, you build a stadium, you get a Super Bowl. You build a stadium, you get a Super Bowl. That's how it works. Unless you're Las Vegas, you get one every 3 years, or LA in SoFi. Every 3 years.
Although those California Super Bowls may be gone.
When after
for a
this
little
year,
bit,
'cause
yeah.
it's at SoFi this year. Yeah.
May be gone for a little while.
Players union needs to do that. That's the breaking news this morning out of the NFL, Dale. How was your weekend? If you don't know, I announced it on Twitter afterwards. 3-time Super Bowl champion, 3-time grandpa, Dale Hellestrae.
Little Avery Royce was introduced to the world via C-section on Saturday.
Friday.
Mom
Or Friday.
and baby are healthy. They came home yesterday
Yep.
about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Nice.
Graham and Beckett, Brooke and I just laid them down for their nap. They came home about half an hour after they laid down, and that was the end of both naps.
Yeah. Oh, they knew she was there.
They heard something or had a feeling.
Yeah, they felt it. They felt a shift in the cosmic swing there.
Yes. So about 5:30, I said, you know what? I'm gonna head back home. You guys got the rest of the night.
Yeah. You had Graham Tate all weekend long. How old is he now?
He's just turned 6.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was 6 or 7. So he just turned a bundle of energy at that age. Dale, how was your weekend with the little guy?
Well, I noticed yesterday morning I woke up and I'm like, why is my knee hurting? Why is my back hurting? And now he's got to that age where he loves being in the pool and he loves to be thrown up in the air.
Oh, yeah. It never ends.
And back when I was in my 30s, when my daughters were born, I was stronger, more athletic, and built for things like that.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore.
You were throwing 300-pound defensive linemen all over the place, and then daughters, you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
One finger.
So between him wanting to be thrown around and Becca wanting to jump in and making sure her head doesn't go underwater, got to catch her. A little bit sore, but no, for the most part, everything went good.
Isn't the pool cold still?
They have one of those play pools. And
so it's not as bad. Okay.
No, it's not very deep. So
I stuck my feet. I have like those, those steps down there, that porch, and I just like walked in that part on Saturday. Holy crap, that was cold.
Oh, Steve. I mean,
yeah. Well, when you have a deep seawater, I had to feed the sharks, Dale.
You're a little soft.
I had to feed the sharks. I had to, throw some carcass in there. Bloody carcass in there for the sharks to eat. So this time I just dabbled my feet in a little bit. A little chilly. Once you get in, it warms up. But today's only like 84 degrees today or something.
Oh no, it's 89.
Oh,
maybe.
well, okay. Still 80s. I'll take that over 107 every day of the
no,
week.
absolutely no doubt about it.
I wouldn't get in a pool at those temperatures, I'll tell you that. So you survived your weekend. Good job.
Did that. Took them. Avery was born on Friday. Took Graham and Beckett to the hospital on Saturday so they could meet Avery, see mom and dad. Graham is fine without them. Beckett's the one we're going to worry about. Middle sister.
Yeah, it's her first time having somebody below her getting the attention.
And it's a girl, and
girls aren't petty people. Come on.
Well, haven't you told me for a long time Autumn's so petty that it always bothers you? I said, Steve, come on.
Good night, everybody.
Autumn, I'm just teasing. He hasn't said that.
Now I'm in trouble. Thanks, Dale. Thank you.
But
I'll be off the rest of the week, healing from my bruises later.
Hillary had a photographer coming to the hospital, so we had to get
Seriously?
Graham Beckett dressed up and ready to go.
What's wrong? Nobody in the family is a photographer?
That's what Hillary does a little much sometimes, and her and I have had discussions.
I know. I don't want to say it, but yeah.
Yeah.
She's the planner. She does all that stuff. Yeah, which, like I said, I get the hives just thinking about.
Yes. Birthday parties always.
Dale's got stuff booked in 2027.
They're bigger than they need to be, and you're in a little hospital room, and Hillary just had a C-section.
And they move you from the big room before labor into those little small recovery rooms.
Right.
So it's not even like that big of a room, yeah.
And so it's Hillary and Scott and Avery, and then Graham and Beckett, and then Alex and Kendall, and then myself and Brooke, and all in this little room. I'm like, this is not going to end well.
That can wait until you get home, can it?
Sure enough, Kendall brought a little birthday cake for Avery. As Beckett's eating the cake, she takes a bite. She's now not sitting.
Yeah, running around.
She's on her knees on the chair.
Sugar rush.
I'm sitting probably about 10 feet away from her, and I see the slow motion starting to fall back.
I'm only laughing because I'm just envisioning this whole thing because it's exactly a comedy of horrors that you expect.
20 years ago, I think I could have gotten there and at least protected her head.
Yeah. Hey, at least you did it at the hospital.
20 years later, I actually saw it in slow motion, thought about it. My legs didn't quite fire as quickly. And
did you at least reach out?
I couldn't. She was 10 feet away.
Yeah, but you still like oh.
And first thing that hit was her head. You hear that thud.
Yeah, on that carpet, on that tile cement or whatever it is.
Yeah, it was not carpet.
It's not even that fake carpet. It's that tile.
So the whole mood changed, and again, as we've told them, I think every family or every parent set who has 3 kids.
Yeah,
there's a middle kid. And Graham's fine. Graham will give her a kiss on the head, and she's so cute, and then he'll go do whatever he's doing.
Yeah. Firstborns.
Beckett's the secondborn. She's a girl. She's been the center of attention.
She ain't gonna be now because the baby gets all that.
And now here comes this little Avery thing.
Yeah. Are you accusing Beckett of falling to cause attention to her?
Oh, I have no, not falling.
No, but the other stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, the fall was an accident, but she took it so far that she's like, I'm gonna fall on my head so everybody pays attention.
Yes,
to me.
look at me.
Yeah, no, that is interesting. Yeah. My brother was 2 years behind me, and I remember when he came, I was like, I don't remember. Just kidding. I was 2.
Yeah, but if you're 2 or 3, you don't even really know what's going on. You get to be 4, 5,
No,
6.
yeah, absolutely. You don't know what's coming on that side. Absolutely. And stuff like that. LXIV, according to Ethan, Roman numeral for the number 64. Yeah, because we're in the 50s now, right?
Yeah, but 2030 is only 4 years.
Yeah, so we didn't have 60 now, did we? Uh-oh, we're going to test that Queen Creek High School education. Is that graduation?
If he's wrong, no graduation party.
No, it says 64. Did we have 60 already? L is 50, X is 10. Yeah, so 64. Yeah, Google's right. Ethan's right. Wow, was this year Super Bowl? Wouldn't they have made a bigger deal out of it?
I would have thought.
To be honest with you, I wouldn't have paid attention anyway. Like, I remember 30, but the only reason I remember 30 is because it was here. Dale Hellestrae played in that one.
It was here, and remember what the logo was?
XXX.
Yes. And there was talk about that.
With a fitting for the Cowboys to show up for that. I'm looking this up here. Yeah, because that's the only reason I remember 30. I don't remember 40. I don't even remember 50. And 50 would be the one you remember. Yeah, February 9th, 2025 was Super Bowl LAX. Yeah, in New Orleans. 60. Maybe you should stop using Roman numerals and we'll remember.
Yeah.
How about that? We'll recognize the numbers. But that's the only reason I remember 30 is because that was here in Mill Avenue, and they had the Christmas stars still up, and everybody was like, they decorated Mill Avenue for the Cowboys. No, it's for Christmas.
But I think they went a little further out because of the Cowboys.
Okay, settle down over there. Settle down over there. So you survived your weekend. Good.
Survived the weekend, and they are home. I have not talked to anybody this morning, but because
they're all probably sleeping from being up all night.
Well, like I told you, so Brooke's staying over there. She's taking Graham to school. I'm picking him up, so we'll still pitch in, but and I'm sure there'll be more activities to go on for the old man.
I wonder, because school ends. Well, you lose the school thing because school gets done this week.
Yeah.
So you'll lose the school thing, whatever it is, Thursday or Friday, I imagine. Thursday or Friday.
I think Thursday is.
Yeah, usually that's so weird how school ends on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, so Ireland gets done on Thursday. Ethan's done. He just has to go to graduation now. Practice on Wednesday, then graduation on Thursday afternoon over there at ASU. And then, but Ireland, gets done with their finals on Thursdays at like 12:15, Wednesday and Thursday, early release, and then she's done on a Thursday. So I always found weird like that. Autumn's done on Thursday. She has to go back on Friday. They do their final teaching stuff or whatever. So yeah, Dale. Yes, you have to hold your hand up here. You don't have to raise your hand here.
No, I just it's interesting now. A lot of times you start on Tuesdays or Wednesdays
Yeah.
and you end on a Thursday and all that. But all he has to do is graduate and be out of trouble.
Well, that's why they don't want him at school this week.
Yeah.
Like when I was in high school, you went that whole week, and they were just like, stay out of trouble, stay out of trouble. I actually know somebody that did something that probably could have gotten us, and they're like, you're lucky we're not suspending you because you're gone in 2 days.
Right.
Because if you get suspended, you can't graduate.
Yeah.
You can't walk. So I think that's why now they're like, seniors had all their finals last week. So I think that's why we don't even want you here. And then like their practice is at 1 o'clock on Wednesday after school's out. So it's one of those, we don't even want you around here.
Senior pranks.
Yes. The alarms getting pulled and stink bombs or whatever. So they don't want anything to do with that out there. So, it'd be interesting to see. It'd be a fun week here. Crazy week this week coming up for me outside of this place, of course, and everything. But, Dale, I had a weekend myself. Thanks for asking.
I was gonna say you got the good looking car.
Yeah,
out
we had to
there.
say this. Braxton tweeted at me. I responded to him. Went down there on Tuesday, dead tired, driving down there. Just Friday, I'm all driving. And I'm just like, all right, better have a car. I get there, had a loaner, dropped it off, no problem. And then I'm explaining to him, hey, guys, it's still doing the same thing. I texted him the pictures. I spent like an hour there, like talking to him and everything. Like, here's the errors I'm getting, blah, blah, blah. And, everybody, of course, they're super nice down there at Earnhardt Chevrolet. Like, I can't give them enough credit. It just, the only complaint I got is you didn't even look at my problem the first time I had it in there. But they're rectifying it. They gave me a loaner. And it's not a small loaner. It's an Equinox, which
No,
is
they
the
didn't
car
give you
below
some little
me.
Fiat.
Yeah, no, it's the Equinox. Step below mine. It only had 800 miles on it when I got it as a loaner, so brand new as well. So it was nice of them to do that as well. So it's not, it's a step. It's the car I was going to buy, but I stepped up to the Blazer because of I got a really good deal on the Blazer. Basically, just a few thousand more than I would have got the Equinox for. So it's a nice ride, though, man. I'm like, man, I should have saved the money and just got an Equinox now that I'm driving it. But this is gas powered. And a lot of things are similar, but a lot of things are different than the electric vehicle. And so, like, I forget to turn it off when I get out. The screen's not as big, so I get annoyed by that. It's just all these little small intricacies that I'm just like, because it looks just like my car. So, and then all these little small intricacies are different. Like the heat knob, I was turning the air up the other day on Saturday. I turned the speed of the air up, and on my car, it's the right button that you turn. So I'm turning it. And then I'm like, why is it getting hot in here? I'm like, crap, is something wrong with this car? And then I realized the heat and the cold is on the right side on this car. The turn up's on the other side. I'm literally driving like, why is it getting so hot? I'm like panicking, like, oh my God, what's happening to this car? Just small stuff like that. But they did take care of me on that. And so we'll see. We'll see if they can fix the problem. I literally sat there and sent them the pictures while I was there and said, these are the errors I'm getting. Here's what's happening. And it's not like you get an argument from them, but it's almost like, oh, well, I have a customer that has this problem. Okay. I've never had that one. Well, I had a customer that had this problem one time. Did you try this? Yeah, I tried that. I saw that on the message boards. I tried that. It's just not. Here's everything I've done and everything. It's kind of funny to talk to them out there. Basically, what I've learned, Dale, is on an electric vehicle, this is the solution of fixing it. Oh.
Here's the solution to it, Steve. Turn it in. Get a gasoline powered.
I told you why. I actually looked into it because they gave me a 2026 Equinox gas. And it gets like 27 miles per the gallon. That's good. I'd like better. I'd prefer it in a hybrid form. But I'm like, ooh, maybe I should look at upgrading. So I just looked at my car value. Yeah. I'm not eating that much money in depreciation after 1 year. I'm just not. That's a lot. And EVs do depreciate faster than every other car out there, believe it or not. So I was like, yeah. So Dale, I'm stuck with this car for another couple of years. I'm not going to eat that much money. I'm just not going to do it.
Here's the other thing, Steve, that is fascinating to me. You literally, starting about Thursday, you were itching for a fight.
I was. I still am.
You were itching, and at every turn, they stopped you by being too nice.
and doing what they said they would do. Doesn't that say how rare that is in this world? Doesn't that say something? I literally am like, this is what's going to happen. I know this is what's going to happen because we've all been there before. And I found the place. Yes, they didn't fix it right. That is a big deal the first time. But they also did what they said they were going to do and took care of me. Now it's back in there. Now fix it this time. Keep it. You have no excuse not to keep it until it is fixed. Now, because I have a loaner. Now, I'm not going to be putting pressure on. Take a month. I don't care. I got your loaner. I don't care. Take a month.
Right.
Make sure it comes back to me in working order. Now there's no excuse. But Dale, that's how screwed up this world is. Most people don't take care of you anymore, and that's why you have to be in the fight mode.
No. See,
Well, you have to be ready for it.
I think it's the other way around. You don't have to be in the fight mode because, what, are you going to give them a shout out?
I already did. Earnhardt Chevrolet.
Okay.
Fantastic. They've done everything they could possibly do, except for fix it the first time.
Is there a particular guy who's your?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I don't remember his name.
Well, boy, you remember Joe from?
Well, because Joe did me wrong. Joe.
See?
Well, no. Here's the difference. Joe's a whiny little bee.
Oh, here's the.
So I remember Joe because he's a whiny little dirtbag that didn't want to do his job, and he felt like he was saving the world, one broken car at a time. Do you not know that I am Joe from Classic Collision? I fix these cars. I am King Lord. You shall not talk to me, peon with the damaged car. Who do you think you are?
Here's the problem because, Steve, you fall right in line with all the other United States people. If somebody's satisfied with the service, whether the product,
That
or
is
whatever,
not me. I come on here routinely
they'll
and I
say
give people
one.
props.
They'll tell one person.
Nope. I come on here and I give props too.
If you've had a bad experience, you'll tell 9 people.
Most people at what we do, Dale, won't mention a company because they don't pay me. I'm not mentioning it. And I'm like, I don't care. I'll mention the company if they take care. I'll mention it if they do crappy, and I'll mention it if they do good.
What's the guy's name?
I don't remember.
See, he did good.
It was no, but see, it wasn't just him. I talked to somebody else on the loaner thing and everything because he wasn't there.
But he said
It's the whole organization. It's the whole Earnhardt Chevrolet organization down there in Creek Troop as well. Yeah. Papa Mike says, good job, Dale. You got the real Steven to come out. And he's laughing emojis. First of all, what you see is what you get here. This is the real me. Yeah. Papa Mike says, Ethan's correct. Come on, guys. Meaning the 64. I know. We had to double check him.
Yeah, I'm
What
sorry.
does he know? Graduating high school this week. Cares. What does he know? Ethan goes, oh, my God, they can't do math. Yeah. What the show motto is, we don't do math.
Other than the Super Bowl, when on earth will you need Latin?
Roman numerals, yeah. When I go to Greece someday, that's what Google's for. They'll translate it for me. Dale, the other thing that happened this weekend, I gotta talk about this because I almost died yesterday. You'll think I'm being, I had the worst experience of my life, Dale. Like, they tried to kill me.
Am I going to think you're being dramatic, Steve?
You're going to think I'm being dramatic, and they thought I was being dramatic, which it was hard for me to keep my composure yesterday. I was about ready to just rip the hell out of these people and just storm out. Like, just get up and walk out.
So your car thing went off without a hitch. You should be skipping around. You should be happy, but no. You don't remember a guy's name. You just say, well, that's how I should be treated, and now you move on to the next negative.
I should go get his card. Me and all weekend long, I'm just doing stuff around the house, getting stuff caught up and everything. I got a ton done, and I didn't get enough done. It's annoying when that happens. Because today I'm like, I have so much stuff that I got to finish up. So yesterday I'm like, you know what? I just need a break. So me and Autumn went and saw Mortal Kombat 2. Good. All right movie, Mortal Kombat. What do you expect? Fun movie. It went by 2 hours, went by really quick. I enjoyed it. A lot of flaws in it, kind of stupid in parts, but I enjoyed it. At no point did I check my clock or anything. I was like, "Oh, it's over already." Oh, interesting. I must have been enjoying myself. Whatever. So we went to do that. Then we went to Texas Roadhouse. Which the quality of their steaks, to be honest with you, we don't go as much as we used to. The quality of their steaks has gone down a little bit over the last year or so. But the price you pay, they don't put through big increases. They just did one in April. I did that on MLB and stuff like that. So Dale, we sit down like we always do, and the waitress comes over, and everything's going fine. Everything's going fine. The hostess was, chewing gum, playing with her hair the whole time and brushing it while we're standing there waiting. And I just find that odd to begin with. Like, it's weird. Like, stop touching your hair constantly when you're helping people. And all we had to do, because we were standing at the on deck circle, so we just had to stand there and watch it. And it was just like, all right, I know you're not dealing with food, but still, stop touching your hair. She kept, oh my God, it was just crazy, Dale. She was chewing gum too at the hostess stand. Drove me nuts. But whatever, not a big deal, whatever. We sit down, they bring the rolls. Hey, what do you guys want to drink? Water. I'm trying not to drink as much soda, Dale. And I just had a giant, large soda at the movie theater. You know what? I'm going to be good at dinner. I'll just take a water with lemon, please. That'd be fantastic.
So tell me this real quick.
Yep.
You just casually mentioned we're standing there at the on-deck circle.
Yep.
What does that mean? You're at the ballpark?
No, you check. They have an on-deck place. So you check in. You sign up on the app. So like when we left the movie theater, we put our name in because it was a 30 to 45-minute wait. Then you get there and you type a text and you say, here. And then they call you and they say, gather your party and come in. So then you go in and you check in and then they have you stand up against the wall until they call you back. That's what it is.
Okay.
Even though I'm saying this, you should try the Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we get seated. Everything's normal. It's not a big deal or whatever. Water comes out.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I squeezed my lemon in there. First of all, they did it right. They brought me cut up limes in a container, not in the drink. So then you're digging it out with your finger to squeeze it. I'll deal with it, but it's not my favorite thing. They did it right. They brought out the thing, right? I have a piece of bread, loving it. Hey, I told you guys before, my throat kind of closes up when I eat their bread for some reason, like there's something in it that I'm allergic to or something. So I'm like, oh, I need a drink. Dale, I take a swig of this water. It's got a weird taste to it. That's not healthy water for you. I'm like, weird. So I'm like, Autumn, taste this. So she tastes it. She goes, yeah, there's something wrong with that. She goes, maybe soapy or whatever. And I'm like, that tastes different than soap. But something wrong with it.
Because you've had soapy water before? That tastes different than soap.
I hate to say this at Texas Roadhouse. They apparently don't clean their cups properly.
Oh, Steve.
No, you know that. Somebody that just doesn't get cleaned right in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Not my house, but, restaurants. And you're like, oh, this. But I'm like, this is different than soap. This tastes different than soap. Literally, our waitresses just disappeared. I'm still stuffing my face with my bread.
So it didn't stop you from...
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. Nothing's stopping me, Dale. Breathing.
Okay.
Nothing stopped me from this delicious bread. So we're just talking. Our waitress is gone for like 10 minutes. Like literally, we're literally like, where the heck did she go? Finally, Autumn stops. Finally, a waiter comes by for another table. And so we stop him and go, hey man, this water isn't good. And Autumn's was fine. I go, this water is not good. It doesn't taste right. And he goes, whoa, we have a hot water thing, and he's like starts over. It's like compensating. It's like it's cool, man. Just if I can get another water, that'd be fantastic.
I don't need to hear any.
I don't need an excuse. I don't even care. I'm just like, dude, just it happens. Swap out the water. Give me something that doesn't taste gross. That'd be fantastic. Thank you. So he disappears for a few minutes. He's gone for a little bit too, Dale. But he comes back himself with the water. Hey man, I appreciate you. This time I noticed the water's like not clear. It's kind of got a yellow tint to it. I'm like, Dale, dummy me now. Dale, I could smell something in this water. But I'm like, I'll taste it anyway.
But now you're telling me Autumn's is fine.
Hers is fine. Tastes perfectly fine.
Okay.
I took a sip of this thing. I'm like, oh, that's worse. I go, that ain't soap. That's like a chemical. So I go, yeah, taste this one. So she said, I can smell it, whatever. So she takes a little sip. My mouth is like burning, Dale. Like I got a burning sensation. Not bad, but I'm like, something's not right with this water, man. This is bad. Nobody comes around it. We got our salad now. Dale, it was so gross. I didn't want to eat the salad. Like, I had lost my appetite. This water tasted so nasty. And then my mouth's kind of burning and stuff like that. And I'm like, what the heck? What's going on here? And I'm like, other people have to be complaining about this, but nobody else is. I'm looking around. Nobody else is. So our waitress is gone again. Then she comes back by and she goes, oh, is that water better for you? I go, it's actually worse. Like, this is bad. This is bad. She just stares at me. Like, go get me a new one. Go get me a water that ain't going to kill me. I don't tell her this, but I'm just staring at her. She just turns around and she says something about her manager. I go, yeah, I guess let me talk to your manager then. She just walks off with my water. 10 minutes later, another 10 minutes. Folks, my food is here now, and I still don't have a drink that I can drink that's drinkable. They're trying to kill people. So then the manager comes over, Dale. And I am like, the way she dismissed me, it's the second person now in this restaurant basically looking at me like I'm crazy because their water was nasty. It had to have been the cup, right? So the manager comes over, and I'm talking to her, and I'm just getting madder the longer I'm talking to her. Because even I'm like, smell it. She takes a whiff of it. She goes, I got a smelling problem. And I'm looking at her like, no, you don't. You smelled that, and you know there's something wrong. I didn't say it to her. I'm thinking it going, and I'm just looking at her like, now you're dismissing me? Really? Like, I don't want the waitress around. I go, we got our food. I just want a drink. She goes, you want a soda? No, I don't want a soda. I would have ordered a soda. She goes, complimentary. I can afford a soda, lady. I didn't say all that. That's all in my mind. But I'm just like, no, because the soda's going to mask whatever the hell you have going on back there. So I'm telling her. And the more I'm talking, Dale, the more madder I'm getting. I'm literally telling this lady, you're going to kill somebody with whatever is in there. Even Autumn's like, my mouth feels weird right now. Like, it's tingling a little bit. They had like disinfectant or something in this cup. So she goes and comes, but she's gone for a long time too, Dale. She comes back finally. And the whole time I'm talking to the manager, like, I'm just getting more irate. And I'm just trying to, like, keep it calm. But this old couple, like, couple seats over, keeps turning and looking at me. And I'm like, just give me a water that I can drink. That's all. She's like, well, let me discount. I'm like, I don't want anything from you. I just want a water I can drink. Because hers is fine. I don't understand why I've gotten 2 bad cups now, and y'all are still looking at me like I'm nuts. So this old couple, I'm like, just give me a water I can drink so people stop staring at me, because people are turning around and looking at me now because I can't get a drink in here. I can't get a free glass of water that's drinkable. So she disappears for a little bit. While she's gone, this old guy stands up and comes over to the table that was looking at us. He goes, you have a problem with your water? And I go, absolutely. I go, that was like, that'll kill somebody type of water. He goes, my wife, same thing. She doesn't want to eat here anymore. Like, she like lost her appetite. They had the same glass and everything. So it wasn't just us. But they're acting like it's me, Dale. Like, that waitress looked at me like, trying to get a free meal or something. I guess. There's nothing wrong with our water. Second person to kind of make you feel stupid because you have a water problem. And it wasn't just like soapy water, folks. This was like, there was something else in this thing. So they have a problem. So, hey, you guys should know you have a problem. If somebody drinks, if this is in their Coke and they're drinking this, you might have a bigger problem on your hand.
Right.
I did not feel right after that. Like, you could just tell something was wrong. So the manager comes back, and I'm like, that looked like clear water. I go, this looks better. This is clear at least. I go, I just want to let you know that so you don't kill somebody. I go, I don't want anything from you, blah, blah. So then I go, but just so you know, that nice old couple right there who probably has a bigger issue drinking whatever disinfectant is in your glasses, they have the same problem over there. He came over and talked to us. So she goes over to talk to them or whatever and everything. And I'm just like the nonchalant, we don't have anything wrong with our cups of water. It was just put offing, man. It was disgusting display by the Texas Roadhouse staff. Disgusting display last night by them. Power and rate, folks. Disgusting display.
How was the food, Steve?
I don't know, Dale. It was gross to me because my mouth burned. I got corn yesterday as a side. And the more corn corn's a little peppery. The more like I just ate some Drano or something. Feeling in your throat you got. So I stopped eating it. I ate the steak, but
Autumn was fine.
Autumn was fine. Her water was perfectly fine. 2 glasses, folks, came out. The second one worse than the first one, Dale. So I literally told her, I go, why don't you get with your 2 servers that serve, because there's a different guy from the radio. Why don't you get with them both and find out where they grab the cups from, because you have a serious problem in here. You're going to kill somebody. And they're just like, oh, our water is, our water's fine. She goes, can I get you a coupon for a free appetizer next time? No, get me a clean glass of water. What I want. Dale, I had 1 glass of water for the 45 minutes we were in this restaurant yesterday. Well, 2 sips of bad water. And then 1 cup. And that was just to try to down the Drano out of my throat or whatever they were using back there.
It's just weird that yours was that bad and Autumn was fine.
Even Autumn was like, they think you're crazy. And I'm like, I'm not. Am I crazy? Like, that's why I had her taste it. Right. I'm like, am I nuts? Like, there's something wrong with me right now? Do I need to go to a hospital because this water doesn't taste right? I even thought it was the lemon at first. I was like, I'm all smelling the lemons.
It's funny when you say they offered you a coupon, because Brooke tells a story when Hillary was like 3 or 4 that she took her to McDonald's. She was eating chicken nuggets, and one of the nuggets had a feather in it.
Oh, that's back when they made them a real chicken.
And Brooke took it back to them and said, hey, obviously this is unacceptable, whatever. Yeah. And they said, oh, okay, we'll get you a new batch. And do you want a coupon for a 20-piece chicken nuggets?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I told the story on air. We had Domino's Pizza, me and the kid's mom, one time. And we were going to Catalina Island the next day, so we ordered Domino's the night before. She got sick. I didn't, like, deathly sick. So I called them, and I was like, hey, just so you guys know, like, there's something wrong with that pizza last night. We have a deathly sick person here. And their response, oh, we're sorry to hear that. We're gonna go ahead and put a credit on your account for you. So next time you call us up, you'll get a free pizza.
Well,
as sick as she is, she probably ain't coming back here, folks.
It's probably ingenious because they act like they're doing something for you, but they full well know you're probably not going to use it.
But the lack of, oh my God, we have a problem here from the staff was amazing, folks. I can't describe it, but it was. The second one, it's kind of like chlorine type, like worse than a chlorine smell, like a cleaning type smell. You could tell it was in there. And they were just all like, oh, well, we have this hot water thing. And that's what I get. If I would have gotten a Coke, I probably would have just drank it, Drano, and just been like, that Coke's making my throat burn a little bit. So we got up in Leavedale, and I stopped at that other table. Well, first of all, the old lady, like, looked over at me because the manager came over. She looks over at me, and I go like this, and she goes, thank you. I was like, you're welcome. I saved your life, lady. But then, so we stopped at the table, and she hadn't even, like, touched her steak or anything. So I go, do they take care of you guys? And they're like, well, and I go, you tell you what. I go, we didn't get anything. We didn't ask for anything. We told them not to discuss. I go, you tell them that we didn't get anything at our table, and they need to take care of your guys' meal. You guys need to tell them that. I go, you guys are too nice to not do it. I don't even know if they said anything to them. Because until we said it, they seemed unaware that they had the same problem. Just, even if the water was fine, just go swap it out. Don't sit there and act like, I got total, really? Like our waitress literally was like, are we trying to get a free meal here again? She was very dismissive. And I was like, I even told the manager, I go, I don't want her back at this. I go, we got our food. We got everything we need. I go, all I need is a glass of water. I go, then we don't need anything anymore. Could you pay on the kiosk and everything? But I'm just like, whatever, man. So that was my Sunday night, Dale.
So, Steve, again, I think it just goes to show you're a little bit like the Valley. You can't have all nice things.
We got in the car, and I go, God damn, even Dale's going to say it's me. Yeah. Dale's going to say I'm doing something.
Well, you got your car taken care of. They were super nice to you.
And the universe was like, Steve can't.
No.
Too many good things are happening for Steve right now. Let's screw up his water. Texas. I'm still a little parched from it.
Well, your cough's gone.
Good news is my insides are cleaned out. I didn't feel well like most of the night last night. I felt different.
Well, some of that probably is your mind going, I wonder what I drank.
I know. No, it was definitely Drano or something. It was definitely a cleaner of some sort in there. But they obviously had like a whole rack of them back there. That did it. And I'm not a complainer. I'm always just like you get dirty, forks. I'll always just like put it at the edge of the table, and then they'll come by and I'll just point to it, and they just grab it and walk off. Like I don't even make a big deal out of anything. But they're gonna kill somebody yesterday, and then the dismissive attitude from her just set me off, where I was fuming. Papa Mike says we were at Texas Roadhouse yesterday. We had 5 good meals. Good for you. You didn't order water, did you? They just covered up your, with all the dirty water, with all the dirty soda trends right now, Dale. Maybe I messed up. Maybe I accidentally signaled I wanted my water with Drano.
Wow.
Papa Mike said, wow, they should have brought you a bottle of water. No, they didn't want to help me at all. That was evidently clear. I was crazy. So Bob Mike says, well, what I got out of this story is this is bad. I might die. Autumn, you drink some. Yeah, I had Autumn taste it. Well, because I didn't want to say anything if it was just me. Look, isn't that weird when you complain about something? Everybody's like, dude, there's nothing wrong with it.
Well, that would be bad, but that would be, I think, that would be you. I don't know why, if you think you're going to die, you want Autumn to have a little sip of it.
Hey, going out together, baby. Robert also says, the coupon thing kills me. Here's a coupon so you can come back so we can screw up your meal again. No, it is amazing how they do that. But I also won't accept, because I ate the steaks, I won't accept discount. You're like, no, we had it. And water's free. Just get me a glass where it's there. But we haven't been going to Texas Roadhouse. We used to go like once a week. We haven't gone. We go like maybe once a month now. And the only reason we went yesterday was she had a $25 gift card on top of it. Only reason we went yesterday. We've cut back. We've noticed changes to it that aren't stellar anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
It is. Such a good place, man. So anyway, that was my yesterday. Let's take a break. Folks, this is what happens to me. Why can't I be like Aaron? How do you say his last name?
Rye.
Aaron Rye. Why can't I be like him? So I want to say Ray when I see it. That's why I always have to correct myself. Why can't I be like him, Dan? Going back, we'll tell you all about this lucky son of a gun.
Talented, Steve. Talent.
Come on back, folks. The main event. And we're back here. Thank you for putting up with my weekend stories, Dale. Mine wasn't as exciting as yours, playing with the grandkids.
No, can't. I have not as many complaints as you do.
Is mine really a complaint? Or
Well,
is it just a story of a day in the life of Steven?
somehow, some way, you turned a glass of water into a
Seriously.
15-minute bitching story.
I decided I'm not going to drink, which is funny. I say I'm not going to drink as much soda.
That's not water?
That's definitely not water.
Okay.
But no, I'm cutting back on soda. Like, that's my summer thing now. I'm just going to cut back on soda. I'm not going to drink it all the time. I'm just going to have a couple a day, like at the movie theater or maybe when I stop at Chick-fil-A, because this soda is going to last me, both shows today, probably an hour afterwards. I'm not, it's not like I'm and then get another one right away. I'm cutting back on it. My delving to get healthy, Dale, going into summer here, almost cost me my life at Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, so that's the real reason. You're going to be going to that. Hey, did you see that new slide at Gulfland Sunsplash?
I got to look good for the ladies.
Yeah, that Speedo and you coming down the slide.
Why can't I be a lucky son of a gun? Something like 40 players were in play within a couple strokes of the leader there of the PGA Championship going into Sunday. The most in a lot of years.
Yes.
Going into that yesterday. This was a fun little tournament to the point where John Rahm came in second, folks. He's got to start playing well now that he doesn't have a home with Live Golf going away, right?
Well, it's fascinating, that whole thing. Obviously, my thoughts on Philadelphia, the surrounding areas.
That was a beautiful course, though.
It was beautiful, but it's you talk about your water smelling or whatever.
Yeah, but Augusta's the same way, man. I know they're trying to clean up Augusta, but
it ain't Philly, Steve.
Yeah,
it ain't Philly.
Yeah, it's worse. It's Alabama,
but kind of like here in Arizona,
Georgia, really.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, super windy out there, and when I watched quite a bit of it of the tournament, and it's fascinating because the greens are ridiculous.
Yeah, super fast,
super undulated.
Yeah,
and so literally, what the people are telling you is you really have like a 15-foot circle to land the ball in.
Yes,
or else it's going to roll away 20 yards.
Yes.
And then the wind's blowing and all those roughs thick. It was a difficult test because usually the PGA Championship, I think you're going to be 15, 16, 17 under.
It's usually what they do.
Yeah.
He won with 9 under.
Yes.
And he ran away with it. It was 6 under was weird. And he's a weird dude. Like all the stories yesterday were about how he uses iron covers, 2 gloves. And they're not even golf gloves, folks. They're like just off the shelf snow gloves. They're not that, but they're not made for golf type gloves. And he wears 2 of them out there. So a lot of those stories out there. He never finished better than 19th at a major tournament in his career.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden he wins the PGA Championship. Aaron, what?
Aaron Rye. Now again, you make fun of and that is interesting. A lot of people do make fun of the 1 out of 500 people that I see when I'm golfing having iron covers. So,
I saw I was getting ready to go to the movies yesterday, and I went to pick up my groceries and stuff. So I didn't see his win. He was running away with it, so I didn't watch it. But the second he won it, man, it was like 12 stories about his iron covers and why he has them and why he wears 2 gloves and why are they not golf gloves? And it was just like, what? They were just sitting on these stories in case he wins. He was a huge long shot.
Yes, I think he was 450 or something.
I saw he was 14-1 is what I saw somebody say he was. But here's the other thing. His season-long earnings on the PGA Tour in 2025 are $3,274,601. You can make a really good life out of playing professional golf and never compete for a win. You made $3 million in a year. Now you got your hotel expenses and stuff like that. But
pay your caddy.
Yeah, that's $415,399 less than what he won on Sunday.
Yeah. and he's
he won
having a nice year.
$3.69 million yesterday as well from that. So a record $20.5 million person. I like those stories when I'm going to call him an unknown, but somebody you don't expect that pops his head up and wins a tournament. Like, that's fun.
Well, the thing is, it's, as far as the iron covers, I was saying, you don't see many normal guys have iron covers. You have head covers for your drivers, for your woods. And he was telling the story earlier in the week, the fact that his parents did not have a lot of money, and most golfers, just so you understand, it's not a poor man's sport.
They're silver spoons in their mouth.
You have to have some money in the family to be able to afford golf lessons, golfing, all those things. Even though there's a lot of junior programs now, and the way you can keep your irons for a longer period of time is you put iron covers on them. You cover them; they don't get dinged up as much.
It's not the rustness; it's the dinged up and everything when they hit. You throw them in the bag and you hear the clink, 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 clink.
Me, I'm just happy. Hey, maybe you knocked the head off of one of them. I don't have to use that one anymore.
But the time I played golf with Dale, I was dodging his irons all day. He's throwing.
No, you weren't playing with me. You were playing with your other buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, he put me and Scotty in a cart. That was a poor cart. I don't think that cart's recovered yet from that side. But yeah, Alex Smalley, John Rahm finished tied second. They're 6 under, so he won by 3 strokes. And I saw this other thing where, because he was kind of running, but he hit this long putt, and they're like, "This is what secured his." And I was like, he won by 3 strokes. Settle down on this putt won him the tournament.
Yeah, but the thing is, he made a birdie on that, and that gave him the cushion. He made a birdie on 18.
That was the thing. Yeah.
Well, that putt on 17
that was a long one.
Probably a 60-footer.
Yeah.
More people 3-putted that.
Yeah.
Than 2-putted it.
I think it was the most 3-putted hole of the weekend, and there was a lot of 3-putts over the weekend.
And he somehow made it to give him that cushion.
Yeah, I know. I make fun of it, but it's like, all right, settle down for the dramatics here, everybody. Yeah, that was when he made that one was when I was like, I'm gonna go pick up my groceries and everything. So good for him. Your buddy Auberg making a showing, tied fourth. Aberg until he starts playing better. Calling him by the wrong name. Justin Thomas tied for 4th as well. So look at that. Rory McIlroy, by the way, 4 under after starting 4 over on Thursday. Ended up 4 under as well for tied 7th for him. How do I phrase this without?
Well, you're going to hurt somebody's feelings.
I don't care if I hurt Rory's feelings. He's a little punk, whiny baby now.
Ooh.
Is there anybody that everybody kind of rallied around when he was younger and his meltdowns and everything, and everybody rallied around him like, oh, my God, his meltdown, how terrible for him. And then everybody rallied around him some more when he stood up for the PGA Tour and made fun of the LIV guys, who's become just an unlikable piece of garbage, more so than Rory. How about that? Does that hurt your feelings, Rory?
Wow.
I just don't like him, man. He just gives you bad vibes, and I don't know. They say the guy only said USA, and then he kicked him out. He had him kicked out and everything. Then I saw some people online saying the guy said more than that, and I don't know. The audio, the cameras, the videos didn't pick it up.
Where are you?
You're in New Jersey.
Where are
Philadelphia.
14 miles from downtown Philly. The homeless people could walk over there.
Oh, walk over where?
To the golf course.
Okay.
And you're going to tell me you're going to believe a Philadelphia fan or fans?
Regardless of what they said, for you to turn around because you're not having a good golf day. So you turn around and you have to point him out and get him kicked out because your shot sucked. He's an unlikable dude, man. He's turning unlikable, Dale. I'm just telling you. Rory's turning unlikable.
So just let me get this straight.
He's unlikable.
Are you the guy
He's a whiny little baby.
If I came home from a game at Veteran Stadium back in the day,
I'd be like, ignore him, Dale.
And I said, Steve, I got batteries thrown at me. I got racial insults. I got all these. You would just say, well, Dale, turn the other cheek. If you get hit on one cheek with the battery, turn the other cheek.
I turn around and throw batteries back. I'd be picking them up off the ground.
You can't make it up to the fourth deck. Oh. A lot easier thrown down than up.
I don't care. I'm hitting somebody lower level then. And I'm going, it's because of that guy.
You get mad over your water tastes a little different.
Dude, that water, it wasn't a little different, Dale. I got mad at the dismissiveness of the fact you're trying to kill me with Drano.
I think
Or
at the end of
whatever's
the
in
day,
there.
Steve, that's what made your weekend. You're like, no, it's going too good.
No, it was
They're-
annoying. I was
they're-
having a good weekend. It was annoying. That girl playing with her hair at the hostess stand. Just even Autumn's like, why are you fixated? I'm like, she's literally nonstop touching her hair. She's chewing gum. Hey, well, Tug's Tex Roadhouse. You get a thing? Oh yeah, just wait over there at the on deck line. Drove me nuts. Should have walked out right then.
Oh gosh.
Did you hear that somebody said something to? Here's the other thing. I don't believe these stories unless there's actual cooperation of it.
Here's
How
what I
come
know.
the PGA Tour hasn't come out and said that guy was saying disparaging things, so we kicked him out? Why is nobody rallying behind that? Why is it just Rory saying, "Oh, that guy was saying some really bad things to me"? Okay, well, how come there's no video of it? How come nobody else is cooperating in? You know this. Rory has security and people walking with him on the PGA Tour. How come not one person has come out and said, "Oh, that guy was saying derogatory things to Rory, so we removed him from the premises"? How come not one person is saying that? That's where I get irritated, and that's where you become unlikable, when you make stuff up because there's no proof to it whatsoever. And there would be proof of it in this day and age. I saw crowd videos of Rory's hit and then reaction to it. And you could hear the crowd, and not one thing. I didn't even hear the USA say chant or anything.
So maybe you didn't hear it enough.
Okay, but then why doesn't the people walking with him on the PGA Tour, Rory was disparaged out there, so we asked that fan to leave. Why can't we have that discussion? No, not one person is saying Rory was attacked out there. And if somebody's being disparaging to you, point them out and kick them out. You do it. Absolutely. I'm with you on 1,000%. I'm just saying, where's the proof? Because there's a lot of people saying it didn't happen. So where's your proof? There's people there.
A
that can
lot of
corroborate it.
people who, Steve, Philadelphians. Who cares what they say?
I forgot about Dale's hatred for Philadelphia.
Jeez,
But where's the PGA Tour? Where's the guy on the PGA Tour following whatever his name is, Rory's group? Where's that guy to go? Oh, that guy got out of hand, so we had to remove him.
The guy was slurping down a Pat's cheesesteak, had cheese all over his mouth.
He was probably drinking that Pabst Blue Ribbon dill pickle flavor.
But probably a
pickle beer.
mess. Here's the other thing to think about, Steve. When you see Rory play golf, how many times does he stop and acknowledge angrily the crowd?
Several times.
No. Not at the Ryder Cup. They were more blasphemous than that.
Yeah, and he got mad at him.
No,
he got mad at him.
No, he understood it.
No, who turned around and yelled at the crowd then? If it wasn't Rory, somebody did on their team. Somebody lost their cool.
There were a few of them.
Yeah, but it wasn't Rory. Wasn't one of them.
I don't think so.
Oh, look at it. You don't even know. You're
It's
defending him.
Philadelphia.
I'm pretty sure Rory was involved in that.
Whoever it was had it coming. Probably should have been kicked out 2 groups before that.
I'm just saying, Rory's becoming unlikable. Rory McIlroy appears to shout back at fan who heckled him. Yeah. Here's the thing. Furious Rory McIlroy, an X-rated outburst at heckler during US PGA Tour Championship. Okay. Way to go, Tiger. Because you're having a bad day. I'm just telling you, Dale, He's turning into a villain as he's getting older.
X-rated.
He did.
X-rated. Was that the New York Post?
He dropped some F-bombs at the person. But it sounded cute because he was on that heavy Northern Irish accent. So he kind of just giggled when he did it.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm just telling you, Dale. It's just to me, every once in a while, Rory just reminds me, I'm like, God, he's just a jerk sometimes. I don't get it. And he was playing bad when this happened, dude. His shot was terrible. And the guy just commented on it, and he lost his mind. You can defend Rory all you want. Philadelphia, I love you and your greased up holes. That sounded dirty if you don't know what I'm talking about. When we come back, we got softball update, college baseball updates for you Arizona State fans out there. IFL Cup kicking off here. Your Arizona Rattlers against one of the worst teams in the league, New Mexico Chupacabras.
What?
From New Jersey. The mall in New Jersey, Dale.
What time did it kick off today?
9 o'clock this morning. I'm loading it up right now, as a matter of fact. Yahoo Sports is where you can catch that.
Okay.
As well, Rattlers kicking it off. Then we got Major League Baseball talk, NBA. We'll get you set up in NHL after the weekend. We know the Final Fours, Dale. We're going to pick our champion today from the Final Four. Come on back, folks.
Basketball and hockey.
I feel like I have a hole in my intestine from that Drano. Come on back, folks. Second hour coming up next. We're back here, second hour. Sorry, folks. I was looking up the inaugural. There we go. Here we go. The looks like there's an advertisement on now for the Rattlers kicking off 9 a.m. here at the inaugural IFL Cup. This is the stupidest idea I've ever seen in my life. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Only 4 teams playing. It counts as regular school games, but kicking off at 9 a.m. on a Monday. Noon back there in New Jersey.
No, 11 o'clock.
3 hours difference. 10, 11, 12.
Are you sure it's not just 2 hours right now?
No, it's 3 hours now.
Because we spring ahead.
Oh, my God. We now, not only that, and they play in a mall, too, folks. It's a weird thing. Yeah. There are captains are on the middle of the field right now. We'll keep on 5-2 Arizona Rattlers versus the 1-5 New Mexico Chupacabras.
And if they win, they play there next week?
They play again at the end of the week. They play the winner of, keep in mind on this, because it's the only other time they have a chance to play Las Vegas this year. They play the winner of the Las Vegas game that comes up later today. Las Vegas and Orlando play later today. Then the consolation game is Sunday morning. 1 p.m. Eastern, the IFL Cup Championship game. Oh, my God, if they win it, do we get to hang a banner? IFL Cup Championship game also Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. So if they win, championship game. If they lose, consolation game. And one of the opponents could be Las Vegas. Las Vegas plays tonight, by the way.
I did see where did Guy and that Vegas coach sit down and do an interview together?
I didn't. Yes.
Okay.
I didn't pay attention to it, but yes, they did. That was all an act, folks. I mean, that was in the heat of the moment, but then after the game, I think it was all. I told you guys. I told you my theory on that. Let's hype it up. But look, the Rattlers should beat New Mexico. They're one of the worst teams in the league today to advance. But you never know. Other thing is the Rattlers took their whole team. Normally when they travel, it's limited players that go. They took everybody on the team this game because you don't know if there's injuries today.
Right.
Or stuff somebody tweaks an ankle in warm-ups. You got to have, it's not like you can just call down to the locker room and get a new guy there for the next game or anything to that effect. So look, there's more expenses on this thing. They're playing in a mall. I mean, after the game, do you get free coupons for Orange Julius's? Like, what's the deal here?
Sabaro's Pizza.
Oh my God. For mall pizzas, now it's a different rating scale, but mall pizza, Sparrow's is a 10. It is fantastic.
Yep.
I go to Superstition Springs Mall just to walk in to go to Sparrow's from time to time because that's it. I know where I'm doing lunch today, Dale. Meet me at Superstition Springs Sparrow's today, folks. I'll buy you a slice.
Just don't drink the water.
It's cheap. It's good. No, just drink soda. Don't be healthy out there, folks. Kickoff is about to happen here in the mall. The indoor war at the mall. When you win, do you get a free hat from Lids? Rattlers hat from Lids.
Wow.
Kickoffs happen. Rattlers get the ball first. All right. Oh, now let me take that back. Rattlers return it for a touchdown. They don't even get the ball first. Look at that. Ron Brown Jr., folks. I'm just going to pay attention to the Rattlers game, apparently.
Yeah.
Ron Brown Jr., touchdown for him. Opening a kickoff score there for your Arizona Rattlers. Softball has super regionals, Dale. Don't forget, TME Media AZ, folks, on YouTube. You want to follow us for all of our demand stuff there, our live stuff as well there. And then, of course, on Rumble, rumble.com/user/TME Media. The Real Matrix from Friday at noon is up right now over there on Rumble. Just if you go to that Rumble page and the videos aren't in any order, it's how they do it. There's a channel link that you can click on. Click on that, then click on the channel you want of what show, and it's easiest to find it there as well for you. It's a lot of fun from that side of things. So appreciate you and your support. Follow TME Media AZ on X as well. But super regionals are up away for softball, college softball. I love the women's softball tournaments. I think it's fantastic watching these ladies play college ball. It's fun. It's exciting for the most part. It's a lot of fun. But why is it more fun this year, Dale? Go up the super regional softball brackets here for me, Kobe, if you will. And that's why it's just so more special this year. Arizona State did advance here. They played Texas here on this weekend. They play Friday, Saturday. If necessary, they'll play Sunday.
Best 2 out of 3.
There, 2 out of 3. Yep. They played Texas. The head coach of ASU, her old school was Texas Longhorns, so it's going up against her old program there as well. So that's coming up. You see the whole bracket there. GCU made a run over the weekend. 2 fantastic. The big comeback win in the Mountain West Championship thing. In the regionals, won a game there. Fantastic games by them. Did get knocked out, though, yesterday. So they do miss out on this. But, Dale, as you always say, as ASU plays Texas here coming up.
What conference is Texas in?
Well, the SEC has 9 teams in this tournament.
9 teams. Looks like there's 8 games. So that's 9 to 16.
ACC has 1. Big 10 has 2. Big 12 has 4. Obviously UCF. Obviously Texas Tech. Obviously ASU. Oklahoma State. Big 12. I don't even notice the other teams.
Can the Big 12 come up with a sport that the SEC doesn't dominate, like tiddlywinks or, I don't know, running backwards?
Duke's the only ACC team in the field as well. Well, a couple of them are going to get knocked out right away, Dale. Because Alabama plays LSU.
Yeah, because they make them play
Oklahoma
each other, Steve.
plays Mississippi State. Oh, boo-hoo.
I guarantee.
If you were so great of a conference, you'd win every game, every conference, every tournament.
You can't.
If the SEC, they can do whatever they want, apparently. They can make up whatever rules they want. Alabama and LSU can somehow both advance because Greg Sankey demands it with the networks. I control these
NCAA is absolutely unfair.
I control these things, says the commissioner of the SEC. I demand that Alabama and LSU advance, or we're going to pull our money out of here. We're going to form our own league.
Who's Oklahoma play? I can't read that stuff.
Mississippi State.
That's 2 SEC.
You can't read the big TV over there?
No.
Yeah, that's another 2. Yes, you have 2 teams are going to lose.
So it's like the Big 12, ACC, Big 10 go, please Big bad NCAA, would you get rid of some of the SEC teams?
Tennessee plays Georgia too, by the way.
So there's three teams that will be eliminated because they're not playing somebody else.
And if they were any good, they'd win it. They'd win it. I'm just saying. If they were as good a conference as you say they are, Dale, they would still advance.
If the Big 12 had three teams playing each other in 3 series, you would be beside yourself.
ASU plays Texas coming up in that. Throw up the baseball Big 12 bracket here for the Big 12 Conference Championship. Why is this important? Well, two reasons why this is important, folks. This is the baseball Big 12 one. I know this one's really small for you, Dale. I could not enlarge it at all and everything, so I do apologize. Make sure I heard. ASU does not play until Thursday. They play Cincinnati. Interesting note on ASU's who they could play here coming up. ASU didn't play 3 teams in the Big 12 conference this year in the regular season. They can play all 3 of them here in the Big 12 if they go through to the championship and win it. They can play all 3 teams they didn't play in the regular season. Cincinnati is one of those teams as well. So they don't play till Thursday. Why is this a big deal, Dale, besides the fact ASU plays Thursday? Well, because this is all being played up at Surprise Stadium out there in the far West Valley. You want to catch some Big 12 baseball tournaments, and you're in the West Valley there, you want to make pack a lunch, maybe grab a cooler. I know Robert, I know you guys, Papa Mike, I know you West Siders love this and everything. Jim P, I know you guys all love it being on the West Side. I'll have to rent a car and fill up 3 times and grab a cooler up there in Surprise. But this tournament kicks off. So ASU Thursday night, Dale.
Are you surprised they have it this far west?
I'm surprised they're doing it, but these are professional spring training stadiums, so it makes sense. It's just middle of May. Now they're getting a break with the weather. Now they're night games as well, but they're getting a break with the weather this week. We're not going to be 108. Like last week when it was 108, I was like, you're having this next week here? What is wrong with you people? It's kind of what you're wondering at that time. But there you go. So that's a big deal. So whether you want to watch it or not, it's happening up there at Surprise. The other thing that's happening in town right now, the Mountain West tournament is also happening right now as well. Throw up the Mountain West bracket for me, Kobe. Why is this important, Dale? Do you care about Air Force or UNLV baseball? What about Nevada, New Mexico baseball? Any interest there?
Not really.
What about San Diego State or Washington State? Any interest on that side?
Washington State's in the Mountain West, huh?
Well, for baseball purposes. Well, this is important. I just want to throw this up there. If you want to see college baseball at a higher level, well, this championship game is being played over in Mesa, Sloan Park, the Cubs Stadium. So I just want to make you guys aware you can see college baseball this week, whether Surprise Stadium or over there at Sloan Park there with the Mountain West.
And Grand Canyon Men's didn't make it in.
They were terrible. They were terrible this year. You know what they made? They fired their coach like 3 weeks into the season or something because they were so bad. Terrible team. So there you go. I just wanted to make you guys aware that is happening at Mesa Sloan Park coming up this week as well. So if you're a college baseball fan, you don't have an excuse to not see a game, a conference tournament game or 2 or 9 this week.
Are you going to go see them out? That's not in your neck of the woods.
It's graduation week. Hard.
That's one day.
I know, but I'm busy tonight. I'm busy Wednesday night. I'm busy Thursday night. Got the weekend, I guess.
Tonight's not graduation or anything.
No, but I got a life, Dale. I got other things happening in my life. You think my life revolves around graduation on Thursday?
Revolves around this show, Steve.
Yeah, I know it does.
Let's go. Get some sound.
I thought I was sending you to do that. So that's going to be exciting news there as well. I already told you Rattlers kickoff, return of the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Right now it's I turned off of it for a second. It's 9-8, folks. It was 7-0, and now it's 9-8, which means we had a deuce. Probably means we had a deuce on the kickoff. And then they scored and went for a 2-point conversion. I'm willing to bet you there, Dale. Another deucer. Other deucers going on in that tournament. NFL talk really quick, Dale.
Your boy.
Which one?
Well, you got a lot of boys.
Yeah, I know. You have to be more specific here.
AR.
AR.
Aaron Rodgers.
He ain't my boy. I
He
know what
is
you're
your
talking about. I'm like,
boy.
he's not my boy.
You got a poster of him.
I can't stand Aaron Rodgers. And if Aaron Rodgers disappeared today and we never heard his name again, I would not care less. I can't stand the man.
You didn't enjoy when you went to the darkness retreat?
I just wish he would have stayed. He's like Rory McIlroy is turning into Aaron Rodgers in my eyes. Just runs his mouth all the time. Thinks he's like, oh, I don't want all this attention, but he's always looking for attention, and it just rubs me the wrong way. But I'll also say this: unless my body was just, and you played NFL for 17 years, unless my body was just so deliberate, where I was just like, I can't take that beating again. Like my body hurts, whatever. To the point where you can't stand it. You call me up and offer me $22 million, I'm coming back. I don't care. When do I report? Going back to the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers. Back to the Steelers. I kind of made a joke here of before the show, and I said, well, that offense didn't work last year. I guess run it back, see if it works this year. But there is a difference. They do have a new head coach there, and McCarthy. And it wasn't great when Aaron Rodgers and McCarthy finished their run there in Green Bay before they got rid of the coach and moved on. Aaron Rodgers was openly ignoring him on the field on play calls, calling him names on the sidelines. So this is going to be a fascinating year around the Steelers. How does that relationship work?
Well, you got to think McCarthy, if he didn't have confidence it could work,
he wouldn't have allowed.
Would not sabotage himself. One thing that jumped out to me, I looked at the Aaron Rodgers career earnings. Take a guess, Steve.
Oh, $460 million.
$410 million. And then add this 25 on
yeah, so I'm right on pace.
Yeah.
Only reason I know that is because Aaron Rodgers is one of those selfish players, unlike Tom Brady, who took pay cuts every year because his TB12 brand made him money at the stadium. Those types of things. Aaron Rodgers has always been that selfless guy. You will pay me as much as I can, every penny I can get, and screw the team. And then he'll also turn around and bitch that the team's not good enough.
I need some receivers.
Yeah, exactly. Why aren't we paying more for receivers? Well, Aaron, you're taking all of our money. What do you mean I'm taking all your money? Give me another $10 million or I'm going to leave. There's a lot of things about Aaron Rodgers I don't like. But I do respect his business acumen. Hey, if you can get it, you can get it. But going back to the Steelers this year, I will say this as well. It's easy to come back at $22 million a year when you know McCarthy's offense is a running style offense. So he's not going to take as much of a beating this year as you probably would, as like he did last year. He's going to be handing the ball off a lot with that offense, I'm going to imagine, moving forward this year with McCarthy's offense there and things like that. Very conservative offense.
Yeah, so tell me this. So I heard some other people talking about this. If you're a Steeler fan, or say the Steelers are the Cardinals, and year after year you don't have a losing record, make the playoffs.
You get eliminated in the first round. 13 years in a row. Okay.
Are you satisfied with that? Are you happy with that?
With the 13-year winning?
Yeah.
No. Your standards changed. You wanted to win. Yeah. As a Cardinals fan, I'd be elated if they can make the playoffs 13 years in a row and lose in the first round. I'd be excited if you tell me that's on the horizon now. But after 4 or 5 years, I'm going to be like, why can't we win the next round? Why can't we move on? Why are we just at this thing? We need a new head coach. We need new players. We can't get over the hump. Most teams are like that. Buffalo's like that right now. Now, it doesn't have the 13-year, but Buffalo can't get past Kansas City, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of teams are like that, dude. And you grow and you kind of, your expectation levels change. But right now, as a Cardinals fan, you tell me, I guarantee you the next 13 years you make the playoffs, but you lose in the first round. I'll sign up for that right now. But in year 5 or 6, you're going to hear me going, yo, what the hell, man? Why can't you guys win a game?
I changed my mind. Fire the coach.
But it's because we're not doing it. It's the expectation levels. I don't think it's just win in the playoffs. I don't think it's just make the playoffs and lose in the first round. That's frustrating. It's that you had no chance to win the first round game. Like you knew that was your deal. It was like the Steelers weren't even trying to win that first round game. That was where I would be frustrated if I was a Steelers fan. It's just we're going to just make this team good enough to make a playoff push and make the first round of the playoffs, and then after that we don't care. And that's what I feel the Steelers were at the end there for the last 5 years.
Right.
Was no effort to get better. And that's where you would get frustrated. If you're trying and you got a team out there and they just keep failing, that's one thing. If your team just keeps letting you down and they just don't try to make that extra bump, that's where you get frustrated with it, I believe. I think that's what the Steelers.
Well, and the thing is, they seem to spend a lot of money on aging defensive players.
I know. Well, even DK Metcalf, he is not a spring chicken when they brought him over.
Right.
So it's just Steelers seem to be, which is weird because they're in the cold part of the country, but they seem to be a team that's they bring in all the old people they're going to retire soon. They're like, we'll give you one more shot. That's what I think the Steelers. But that gets you enough to get you to the first round of the playoffs. And that's it. So, no, if I was a Steeler fan today, because I actually thought about this since you brought it up. I'm not any more excited about this season than I was any of the other last 10, 15-year seasons. I think this year is going to be another year like every other year. Now, the question is, can you make the playoffs with McCarthy as the coach? But I don't see them as a Super Bowl favorite. I don't see them as a team that can – they might win a first-round game, but they're going to be knocked off after that. They're not one of the better teams in the league. I don't see them as that. I see them just like I did with every other year with Tomlin there. I don't see any more excitement this year with Aaron Rodgers coming back. I see zero. If they would have drafted somebody like Carson Beck and given him a shot, you'd have more excitement. You'd be like me with the Cardinals where I'm going, let the Carson Beck era begin. Give us something to look forward to.
And he's going to go out there and poop down his pants.
He's going to be
and you're going to scream from the loudest mountaintop.
No, because we know what Jacoby Brissett and Garner Minshew is going to do.
Well, I think the first order of business is, will Jacoby Brissett show up for OTAs today?
That's what we're going to talk about next. What's the update on his contract? But no, I don't. That's what's kind of interesting to me is like the Steelers. I've always hated this. I've just always hated the Steelers. Like that's the one team in the league where I'm just like, oh, I just want you to fail so miserably. And I've just felt that way about them since I was little. I don't know what it is about them. I've just always hated them. I literally hope their stadium burns down. Like I got so excited in that Batman movie when the stadium blew up. Oh, it was like, oh my God, that's so amazing.
I don't even want to know what violating a croissant would be.
What? Did I say a croissant?
Sounded like it.
No, the stadium. What? What just happened? One of us is having a stroke.
You said you violated a croissant.
No, I didn't say that.
What'd you violate?
I don't remember saying the word violate. Oh my God, we just had a problem. We just had an issue. But anyway, just the Steelers. But it's just they were good with back in the day, but now I just feel like they got lucky with some of their Super Bowl runs and their talent on those teams and stuff like that. I didn't ever vision them as a really good team. And then now they're just like a mediocre team, and it drives me nuts there. Really quick on the text line. People are corrected. They are currently 3 hours ahead of us, meaning the East Coast, Dale. Yes. But he says, Rory's a jerk, Robert says. He whined about the course on Thursday after being 4 over and then was complimentary after going 3 under on Friday. Half of my heritage is embarrassed. That's the thing. He's Irish, but he's Northern Ireland. We don't claim him on the Irish side. He's that crappy Northern Irish.
He was very succinct when after his round on Thursday, they asked him how he played, and he said, the S word.
Are you afraid to say it?
Well, he said it, but they beat him out.
I know. Yeah, well, they're not allowed to do that there from that side. So let me just see here real quick. He said the East Side should get the lesser conference games. Well, we did. We got the Mountain West. You West Siders causing problems. Here's the other big news around the NFL. Another guy that I just absolutely can't stand. I think he's bad for people. I think he's a bad dude. Urban Meyers lost his arbitration case against the Jacksonville Jaguars over his firing. Remember the one that was like 3 games? Was it 3 or 4 games, and they fired him at that point?
Right.
He challenged the team's decision to fire him with cause, just 13 games into his 5-year deal as well. So Jacksonville's going to save over $30 million for just cause because he was doing stuff non-football related, and that's what got him fired. Got to show up to work, folks.
Drawing attention to himself for things other than winning football games.
Exactly, right? But so I'm kind of happy about that move. I just another guy that just when bad things happen, when things happen to bad people, I'm not that I get excited about it, but it's just like thank goodness I don't get more. 8 teams do start their OTAs today, Dale. Cardinals one of them. Does Jacoby Brissett show up, or is this a lengthy holdout we got to talk about?
Oh my goodness!
He's just opening the door for Carson Beck to come in and dominate.
Or, hey, we can't play Carson this year.
I don't know. Kyler Murray threw like five interceptions and like 7 passes and everything. And
That's the first overall pick. Do you remember that Josh Morrow who used to play for the Cardinals?
Mm-hmm.
And he passed away over the weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember the name. I couldn't.
Played like 7 years here, Steve.
I know, but still I couldn't. Did you know him?
No.
Exactly. Thank you.
I'm not a Cardinal fan.
Bills, Cardinals, Dolphins, Falcons, Raiders, Ravens, Steelers, and Titans. Get up there. Obviously, all teams with new head coaches. OTAs starting today as well. Dale, what do we expect to see out of these OTAs? I'll tell you what we'll hear. Want to bet? We'll hear how well Carson Beck throws the football. We're going to hear, oh, my God, Marvin Harrison Jr., the way he catches the football out there is amazing.
He's shown such great improvement.
Oh, my goodness. He's his physical, whether he comes in jacked up again or he comes in a little less jacked up, that'll be a conversation. But, he catches the ball so easy out there. It's just the ball just melts into his hands. That's what we're going to hear. And then we're going to hear Jeremiah Love. We're going to see a lot of Jeremiah Love, how he runs. Because it is special how he runs with no pads on. I mean, he's a special dude. He can move.
He can move with or without.
We can, but it looks more spectacular without the pads than it does with the pads. Where he can just stop on a dime and move and stuff like that is what I'm getting at. But so those will be the 3 major things we hear coming out of this. And then obviously, Jacoby Brissett, what's the update on that? Well, we're still negotiating. What are you negotiating for? Tell me you're going to pay him $7 million. You have the cap space. $7-8 million because he's the starter. If he truly is, just pay him $9 million. Anybody care? It's free money. It's not my money. I don't care.
What happens if he's not the starter in their mind?
That's my point. I think this negotiation is telling us what the Cardinals think. This OTA, if he doesn't show up, Carson Beck has a good OTA. The contract negotiation gets harder because they're not going to want to pay him because they know he's not going to be their starter at some point this year.
I wouldn't mind putting in incentives if he does come out.
But if you're Jacoby, why would you do incentives in there when you know your guy's coming for your job?
Because you might not get anything else.
The whole reason Jacoby Brissett's holding out is because they did that pre-draft press conference about, there's a young quarterback that has played in big games and stuff. He'll have every chance. And Brissett went, I thought I was the starter. Okay, guess you guys need to pay me like a starter now. Just in case.
Well, at the end of the day, is it really going to make that much of a difference?
This year, no. But it'll set you up for the future.
Right.
I tell you, Jacoby Brissett and Gardner Minshew aren't your future.
No.
After this year, if it doesn't work out with Carson Beck, after this year, they're both going to be gone.
Yes.
And you're going to have a new veteran backup guy with a rookie quarterback, Arch Manning, or the kid from Oregon is going to be your starting quarterback next year with a veteran backup guy. So they're not your future. So why mess around? If you're going to win 3 games, 1 or 2 games or 3 games anyway, my argument is you might as well do it with somebody below on that side. Hey, when the schedule came out on Friday as well, Dale, I did some research this week. 2 teams. I did some research, and The Athletic gave me this. The Cowboys and the Panthers win totals moved after the NFL schedule release. Nobody else's did. Cowboys were at 8.5 before the schedule reveal on Thursday. Where do you think they went after that?
I have not studied their schedule, but since you're bringing it up, I'd probably say down.
No, it went up. 9.5 it moved to.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they win 9 or 10 games every year. That's right where they've been.
Yeah. Last year they surprisingly did it as well. But 8.5 was a good number for me. I almost wish I would have taken that.
Right.
But yeah, moved up to 9.5 as well from them. So we'll go over their schedule in just a minute here. But the Cowboys, mainly, they do not have a single short week road game. They're going to have at least 11 days off before their 2 toughest road opponents as well, on top of it. After that Thanksgiving home game, they travel to the Seahawks. Then they have their bye, and their bye is the same week as the Cardinals. Was that week 13, week 14 or whatever? Then they place the Rams after that, which the Rams, by the way, are Super Bowl favorites right now.
So you're telling me the Cowboys will have more than, or at least 2 weeks off within a 3-week stretch in December?
Yes. Plenty of rest.
Yeah.
At a time when is that good, though, going into the playoffs?
Well, are they going to the playoffs?
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, they moved from 8.5 wins to 9.5 wins. By the way, 8.5 wins at minus 130 odds to 9.5 with over 110 plus 110 odds. I don't know if those lines have moved. I saw these on Saturday. The other team that moved, the Panthers of all teams, coming up. They only have one cold weather city that they play in after October. So they're basically playing in warm weather stadiums. They don't travel very much. 4 of their final 5 games are at home on top of it. Remember, they were the team that was, were they tied with Tampa Bay, or they were in the battle with Tampa Bay to win that division last year as well. So, but movement in these types of things, they went from 6.5 wins to 7.5 wins. The odds generally don't move with schedule release.
Did you see the NFL gurus came out after that, after the schedule release, and said they've done a study and rest doesn't really matter? Who are you buying, Lou or the NFL?
Well, the NFL also said 87% of our games aren't on streamers, so you can watch 80. The problem is all your big games that you want to watch are on the streamers. That's your problem. It's not the 87. Oh, great, we can watch Cardinals play somebody stupid that week. Oh, great, we can watch that blowout for free. Oh, but the really competitive game we all want to watch, we have to watch on a streamer. NFL's a bunch of clowns. I hope they get nailed someday by Congress or something.
Are you going to point them out when just last night, Cleveland, Detroit.
How annoying was that?
Game 7.
You have a highlight, state-of-the-art game. Well, it ended up being a blowout.
But Game 7, the build-up,
and you held it back,
and it's on Amazon.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, NBA.
I know. I saw the beginning of it, at the Roadhouse when I was getting poisoned by the water. I saw the beginning of it there, and then I saw it was a blowout, so I didn't even turn it on. I was like, I'm not helping their ratings. I'm not even going to turn it on. I'm out of here with that garbage as well. So just some football tidbits for you. But those lines generally don't move. That's what's interesting about that. And it's all because your schedule's perceived to be easier depending on who you're playing when and how much rest. And the other. But have you noticed you're not hearing as much about player safety as we used to? It's kind of quieted down with the way they're playing.
No, they want to get the 18th game, Steven. Get that thing going pronto.
The 18th game is just going to be an overseas game for every team, or a international team for everybody. All it's going to be. Like, Buffalo's going to have to go all the way to Toronto at some point to play up there. Cardinals will have to go all the way to Tijuana.
Is there a stadium in Rocky Point?
That'd be a game I'd travel to. That'd be a fun one. Get fish tacos down there on the beach.
Wow.
Watching the Cardinals get blown out by 32.
Puerto Penasco.
Yeah.
Puerto
That's my
Penasco.
favorite stupid joke I say every time we go down there back in the day. Was I'd be like, I don't know where Rocky Point is, but I heard this Puerto Penasco place is pretty cool. Because all this signs. I didn't say it was a good joke. Come on back, folks. We'll get going. NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball. Dale's Diamondbacks.
Who's that closer for the Diamondbacks? What's his name?
Soon to be AJ Puck. Oh, and now we're back on the Seawald Save the Game bandwagon. Come on back, folks. Main event. And we're back here. Main events on this Monday. Appreciate you joining us. I'm your humble host, Stephen McCollum. Talking about violent, what'd you say? Violent croissants?
Yeah. What were you talking about?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm so confused right there.
Yeah.
Papa Mike says, now I'm curious. How many people watched Game 7 last night? I don't know. We'll find out.
Right.
Maybe. Streamers don't have to put out their numbers. So if they're bad, you don't think they're going to, right? Papa Mike says, resting at that time, meaning December, might give the Cowboys an edge to make it to the playoffs unless they crap out early in the season. I don't know. I think you want momentum in December, don't you?
Not if you're not playing well, you're nicked up, Steve.
Yeah, but that's why your bye week. That's why you shouldn't have bye weeks in December.
No, especially a week after Thanksgiving 10-day break.
If anything, give them their bye before the Thanksgiving day, right? So they have that weekend off. So they basically have whatever that is, 11 days off, play Thanksgiving, and then they have 10 days off till their next game. I just don't get what they're doing with this scheduling. But it's all about getting these streamers their money out there, folks, as well.
I've seen on Twitter now Aaron Rodgers throwing a nice tight spiral on a little hitch route.
I saw they were on the field earlier today. Yeah,
says it's 3 hours different.
Who did he hit for that with that pass?
It was too far away.
Was it DK? Well, was he jacked?
No. It's all about Aaron Rodgers right now.
Oh my God! Steelers to them right now. Steelers to the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers completed a pass downfield. Get that down there as well. Throw up the NBA playoff bracket for us, Kobe. We have a Final Four, Dale, here in the NBA.
Yeah.
Cavaliers. I said on Friday. I think it was before you came in, Dale. Since you slacked off on Friday with the grandbaby being born again and everything. But I said I'm pretty sure the Cavaliers are winning this series. They ended up doing it in Game 7 last night.
I'm
Big
sorry.
blowout.
I'm sorry. You're talking croissants. You're talking Cowboys. We're talking NBA. Who are you talking about?
Cavaliers.
Oh, the Cowboys.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, what is wrong? I'm having a stroke right now.
Yeah.
I think.
Well,
I don't
that
know what's
water might
happening.
be hitting you right now.
Right, exactly. That Drano is affecting my
Are there
brain.
any last words you want me to tell Autumn?
That's the
other than
thing.
you
My
love
last
her?
words are going to be Cavaliers and Knicks. What a fun series that'll be. They're going to be my final words. Cavaliers Knicks battling it out. I said Cavaliers would win that series. Just something something was off with Detroit. It'll be interesting to see with some of their big name young guys what they start to do there in Detroit. But Cavaliers Knicks now are in the Eastern side of things. Only reason I think this series is interesting is they both have won by blowouts here lately as well. Knicks have been sitting for a while. I do think we're getting the Knicks in the finals, me personally. Then you got Thunder Spurs on the other side, which we can all just hope the Spurs can make this a series. I think they can. I think they'll win at least 2. Question is, can they sneak out the other ones necessary to make this go 6 or 7 games? Dale, is it possible?
Boy, I think it's compared to the one thing that Oklahoma City does have that nobody else has is that two-headed monster inside, Hartenstein. And
here's the other thing. Jalen Williams, hamstring, scheduled to return for game 1.
Is he really?
So they're getting healthy.
He'll have to knock the rust off a little bit, whatever. But
yeah, but game 1's when to do it when the whole team's been sitting for a week.
Here's the thing. I think that Oklahoma City ultimately wins. I would not be surprised to see it go 6.
Yeah, I'm hoping for 6.
A couple stars are emerging for San Antonio, Castle.
You're going to have to deal. I know they have their own length, the Thunder do, like you said, the two-headed monster down there. But, man, it's a whole different beast with Wemby. Wemby's like the athletic big guy here that might be able to mix some things up from that perspective. But I think ultimately the flopping and everything and the refs give the Thunder the victory here. So, Dale, of the Final Four, I'm hoping that series can go 6. Knicks, Cavaliers, I could see this being a 5-game series. I could see this going all 7, to be honest with you, in this series. I don't have a good feel on either of these teams. I just think they've had matchup differences, matchup benefits to them in the first couple rounds. And now I think we're more of an evenly matched team, but we just don't know. So, Dale, of the Final Four here, who's winning the NBA championship? Who's going to be our final 2, and then who's going to win it? On the record.
I think off the record?
On the record.
Oh. I think Oklahoma City will have a little bit of a test. I did earlier in the playoffs give you the over-under of 2, how many games they lose through the playoff run.
Yeah.
They might lose 2 in this series. I think San Antonio, each round they get a little better, a little stronger. No, that Wemby obviously can be a game wrecker.
Mm-hmm.
Will he be?
De'Aaron Fox plays really well when Wemby's on the court, too.
Yeah.
Like, he already plays well, but it elevates his game when Wemby's out there.
I can see that going 6. I think Oklahoma City is a better team. San Antonio is still a year or so away. And then the Eastern Conference, boy, this Knicks team that you're kind of going, wasn't their owner moaning and groaning in the first round? They might get eliminated to Atlanta.
Yeah. I'm going to fire my coach because we're tied 2-2 to Atlanta.
Right. Well, weren't they down?
They were down 0-1 or 0-2. Yeah.
Something like that. And so they're on a roll. I think they're the better team. I think Jalen Brunson, one of the underrated superstars. And the other thing that I noticed and I heard other people talk about, which is fascinating to me, was the different role that Karl Anthony Towns is playing now.
Absolutely. He's actually playing a very good role. He fits into that team really well.
He's passed the ball. He's averaging double-digit assists.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's amazing. Minnesota couldn't figure it out with him, huh?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
A shocker.
And so it'll be interesting.
Rudy Gobert ruins everything, dude.
But I think Knicks and Oklahoma
Thunder?
City.
All right, then who's your NBA champion if that happens? I agree with you, by the way. I just don't have a good feeling about the Cavaliers. Now, like I said, they beat Detroit, ended up beating them impressively as well. But I still think there's something wrong with Detroit in that, and they were able to turn it around. But I like Donovan Mitchell. I like him a lot, and he can do dastardly things against you. But I agree with you. I think the Knicks, the way they've been blowing everybody out, I just think the Knicks are going to do some damage against the Cavaliers here. So I have the Thunder winning the whole thing. I'm assuming you do too.
I do have the Thunder winning the whole thing. It'd be fascinating to watch your boy, Harden, James Harden. I know you've been a fan.
He's got to come back to earth here. He had a good last couple games.
He was okay there.
I saw him flop on a 3-pointer. I think it was game 6 where Dale. It looked the guy can't even flop to the floor properly. It looked stupid flopping to the floor. The way he just flailed
He's
his
getting
body
old.
down. It is terrible.
You know what? And I saw some national person talking about it, and I wholeheartedly agree with this. If you flop, if you throw yourself, if you do anything like that, call technical foul. Technical foul.
There's actually a rule on flopping they can call, and they refuse to do it.
It's a delay a game. It's a dangerous play. You're talking about a flagrant foul.
Hockey's got an embellishment. One of the Canadians, I think it was Buffalo or Canadian. One of them got hit with an embellishment penalty. No, was it the Canes? Somebody got hit with an embellishment penalty in the last round of the playoffs. Yeah, they refuse to call it. The refs don't know what's embellishment and what's not. The refs just see a guy flailing through the air and they just blow their whistle. Without seeing it or hearing it, they just see it out the corner of their eye. They're looking someplace else, and over here they see a guy's head shoot back. Bloop. And they have no idea what happened. Which is two ways to stop that. One, have somebody above that can talk to these referees, or add another ref on both ends of the court.
Yep.
And to see the plays more open and stuff like that. But it's bad. It's terrible to watch. But I agree with you. I think this is going to be – I'm hoping the Spurs can take them 6. I don't know if they do. But I think the finals is going to be just an absolute blowout. Whoever comes out of the East, I don't even care. Inexperience against a Thunder's team that is just experienced. The only chance I think the Knicks would have to beat the Thunders, those fan bases will probably lose their mind when they see the flopping and stuff happening out there. It's New York City. Who knows what's going to happen, Dale? Hopefully no violence or anything, but I'm just saying you might see people lose their minds.
Well, James Dolan will have him kicked out, won't he?
Oh, that is not if they're rooting for the Knicks.
Okay.
You just have to be like, James Dolan is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Screw Oklahoma City.
Yeah. Throw up the NHL bracket for me. We'll get updated on this before we wrap up the show with your Arizona Diamondbacks as well. We got a Final Four here in hockey, Dale. I know you've been studying. Well, we don't. Tonight, Game 7 tonight in hockey. Buffalo and Montreal. For some reason, even last night, I was like, is that Game 7 tonight? No, it's Monday night. Tonight. So Buffalo, Montreal. This is going to be fascinating. I said with Lou last Thursday, I said, this is a series I can't figure out. One team dominates a game. One team starts it up. There are 3 goals in the first period, and the other team comes back, storms back, and wins it. This has just been a fun, evenly matched series here. I expect the same tonight in Buffalo and Montreal battling it out here. I don't even know who's going to win this, Dale. You're just going to be throwing darts out at this point. I will say this. I want Montreal to win tonight. I think Montreal will be a better matchup for Carolina than Buffalo will be. And so I'm looking ahead to next round more than I am tonight. But I don't care, Buffalo or Montreal. This is going to be a fun game tonight.
I was going to say, does it really matter who plays Carolina?
No, but it's the same thing like with the Spurs where you're just like, can they win a couple games so Carolina doesn't sweep them? You're in that type of a boat right now as well. Yeah. But I think the Buffalo's there a year early, whereas Montreal last year made the playoffs and got destroyed. So, like, this is their year to, kind of shine and go, and they're doing it. So I think Montreal, I'm going to go with Montreal winning tonight in Game 7 here as well. And then, we'll see what happens after that. Colorado, Vegas, they don't play till Wednesday, Dale. So you have a couple days to do your research here.
Right.
Vegas was fined a second-round draft pick, and their head coach, Torch, was fined $100,000 for skipping media availability. Now, it's come out since. Like, referees can say we don't want to talk to people and there's nothing there.
You had a comment on that.
But the player, well, it's also the penalty was too harsh.
Yeah.
It came out afterwards the reason why they refused to talk to the media was one of their players, McNabb, got suspended. They weren't happy about that, with the way he was suspended in the controversial suspension. So that's why they acted out that way. And, yeah, that's too harsh. Fine the coach $100,000 for not speaking to the media, fine. Right. That's your job. But a second-round draft pick on top of it, I'll bet you with the appeal, the second-round draft pick drops off. That was just too hard. That was way too harsh of a penalty from that side of it. But it also makes it interesting, and I said this to Lou on Thursday. It's interesting to me here. even then, his players, a couple of his players went to the press conference, and they came in and they go, "Look, guys, we got 10 minutes. The bus is leaving 10 minutes. He will leave us here,
Right.
so we have to go." And then he refused to speak to the media after the game. Is that sending, hey, guys, we just won this series, but we have Colorado next up. Let's focus on this.
Waiting.
If you were in that locker room, now, if this was year 3 or 4, that might grind on you a little bit, but he's been there for 9 games and then the playoffs. I don't know. I kind of like Vegas going into this Colorado. I'm not saying they're going to win the series, but I think they can make this a competitive series here. It looks like they're at least focused to get there is more of my point. They didn't go and celebrate this victory. They didn't go do all that stuff. They were like, bus leaves in 10 minutes, folks. We're out of here. We're focusing on Colorado moving forward. I like that attitude. Now we have to see what they can do with it.
Well, it's fascinating to me because as you're talking and I was thinking and all that, I know it's a different sport, so I don't really understand hockey and the schedule and all that as much as I do, obviously, football.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sitting there going, okay, their first game is May 20th, so that's two more days.
Yep.
I've always been of the ilk, celebrate your accomplishment that night. At midnight,
and then move
shut
on.
her down, then it's time to move on and all that, unless he thought they were going to fly to the Bahamas for, for a day or two.
Well, I mean, they are in Vegas.
But they weren't, yeah.
No, what I'm saying is they live in Vegas. So do you get some of that? But that's the other side of it. You can focus too much. I believe that was Marty Schottenheim's primer, and without being involved intricately with him, with the Chargers, I think Marty Schottenheimer's problem was like when the playoffs started, he just zero. That's all it was like there, and he second guessed himself instead of just being fluid like he was in the regular season. There's such thing as focusing too much on a game or a series coming up, where you're second guessing stuff. Like you make your decision, and the next day you show up and be like, "Oh, I was up all night thinking about this, and we need to change." And then it's a disaster because you're doing all this. You're doing all this meddling that you shouldn't do. Type of a thing. So I do think that's a bad thing. As well. But I know it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see. Colorado's been sitting for a while. Now, Carolina's going to be sitting for at least, I think it's 14 days before they get underway in their series.
Not 14 more, but it will be.
It will be 14, yeah. And not only that, but I saw a stat. They've, in the last 36 days, they've played like 10 games. They haven't played a lot of hockey. I did do some research, and I saw Carolina's doing shortened games where they move the goals up and everything, which means you're more tight space, trying to intensify their practice. Yeah, I wish that worked that way, don't you? Never going to do the game speed, especially a team that the winner of tonight's Game 7 is going to be very competitive in Game 1 because they're in playoff mode. Carolina's had some time to relax, so it's going to be fascinating. So Game 7 tonight in the NHL, I'm looking forward to that. And then, Dale, your Arizona Diamondbacks. Suckers only won 2 out of 3.
Paul Sewald.
So what's the story from yesterday then? Are you saying it's Paul Sewald saving that game when they let the Rockies back into it? Is that what you're trying to say?
He came in and shut the door, did he not?
Yeah, but isn't the bigger story the Diamondbacks let the Rockies back in?
No, exactly. That spells out you and me exactly. What do you look at? Negative. Hey, somehow you're going to turn them winning a game.
They shouldn't even needed Paul Sewald to save that thing.
Colorado's won 18 games, Steve.
Okay. They scored 4 runs in the 8th.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been allowed.
They're playing at Coors Field, Steve.
Here's the problem. Who gave up those 4 runs? Brandon Pfaadt.
Yeah.
He ain't good in the pen either, folks. He's struggling coming out of the bullpen also. Brandon Pfaadt.
Paul Sewald shakes it off. Comes back last night. Should have gotten out of that inning before when you're talking about Brandon Pfaadt. Remember now that third baseman, I believe it was Arenado.
It was, yeah.
Pretty routine ground ball, should have been a double play.
It wasn't his fault. I get that, but he's had a couple outings where he's given up some runs. Not all his fault. I understand that. Still not a good look, though, when he's supposed to be your guy out of the bullpen. Ready to go to the main side. Overall, I thought this was Corbin Carroll starting to wake up. I'm concerned about Marte. I was concerned about Marte before because I didn't trade him in the offseason. Now he can veto any trade that comes his way. This guy is a guy that had problems motivated playing beforehand. And I'm getting more and more concerned about him. I don't know.
What happened to him yesterday?
Well, it was just a day off. They claim. Colorado, it's windy up there, Dale.
You think he'd want to pad his stats?
Can't. Yeah, except he's not padding his stats. He's not good. He's not good. I'm concerned about Marte, but Corbin Carroll's the leader of this team, I believe so. And he's waking up. 2 home runs. Blast them yesterday. I mean, those things are still circling the moon. The Artemis rocket is jealous of the flight pattern of those home runs from Carroll yesterday as well. But Carroll's starting to wake up, so hopefully that gets Perdomo and these other guys up as well and waking up in terms of the big hitters on this team here. I also think Gurriel, I don't know if they brought him back too early coming off the injury. We've talked about it here a lot. I'd rather see Barossa playing than Gurriel Jr. I mean, you got another kid down in the minors, Tommy Henry, that can come up, play outfield, see what he can do up here. I know it's a big step up. But I'd rather see Barossa than Gurriel Jr. right now. I don't know if he's not healthy. I don't know if it's coming off of IL and he's just struggling. It's just, Barossa just, I don't know. They just look different out there. That's all I'm going to say on that. It's not a negative thing. It's just things you can tweak, right? But the big story to me over the weekend is, I get it. The pitch count was different between the two, meaning Merrill Kelly and Erod when he went and pulled Erod out. Didn't want him to hit 110 pitches. And Merrill Kelly was at, 87, I think, after 8, so I understand putting him back out there. But it's good to see Torey Lovello left him out there and left him alone. I mean, they're talking, what's there to talk about? You go, hey, how you feeling? Good, coach. I'm ready. All right, get back out there. Let's go. But Torey's got to have a 20-minute conversation with him in the dugout. Here's what I see. Shut up. You go, hey, how you feeling? I feel great, coach. I'd like the 9th. Sweet. You got the 9th, buddy. Go close this out for us. What
happens if he doesn't say that?
Then you get your bullpen up. And if he says it and you're not sure, you have somebody warm it up just in case. There's no harm in that. I just don't understand why there has to be this 10-minute-long discussion all the time about it.
Well, that's what I would say about a glass of water, too. Shouldn't have to be a 10-minute conversation. But yeah,
I agree. I agree, Dale. But there we were having I didn't get a sip of clean water I felt like I was living back in the mining days when my water tasted like tin.
Wow.
All the rust from the pipes bringing the water up. Yeah. So I don't know. I was really impressed with the Diamondbacks weekend. There's things to nitpick, of course. There always is. But I do like how Torey let Merrill finish that game. He should have done it with Erod. I'd like to think that that's Torey learning his lesson.
Or, again, everything comes into play. Pitch count, how's your arm feeling, how you feeling.
Erod was ready to go, though. He took Erod out on his own. Tonight, Diamondbacks are home. San Francisco, 6:40 tonight, 6:40 tomorrow night, 12:40 on Wednesday. Dale, interesting matchup tonight. Robbie Ray returns to the Valley. He's pitching against Zach Gallen tonight.
Hey.
San Francisco's not good, folks. They'll beat you if you don't pitch well and you don't hit the ball. They'll beat you, but they're a very, very beatable team. But Robbie Ray coming back. Let's see. I like that matchup tonight as well. For tomorrow night's game, you've got Ryan Nelson on the mound against Landon Rupp. And then the Wednesday matinee game there at 12:40, Tyler Mahey and Merrill Kelly on Wednesday is the pitching matchups for your Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah, you say San Francisco not very good. Well, they've got 20 wins. Diamondbacks 22.
Giants aren't very good.
They're good enough.
Well, I'm not going off of the record side. The Giants will beat you if you don't play the game, but they're not better than you. Diamondbacks are better than the Giants. you should be able to go out and beat the Giants, win this series is what I'm getting at. You're not playing the Dodgers where you're like, try to win this series. The Giants you can go out and beat. Go do it now is the question that we have to look at and go through as well. So, Dale, you survived the show today. Congratulations.
I did. I need to go and get a nap.
Oh, before you go get the
and then
young
right
guy?
back at it. I need to get a Steve McCollum nap.
I haven't had a good. I was saying this to Autumn yesterday. I haven't been getting naps lately. I've just been so busy and stuff. So Friday I went, got the rental car, and then I went by Autumn's school and everything. She's letting everybody know, so I can let everybody know. She had a wax museum, so I go and see her kids. They're like somebody was Brandon Fott, and they do that stuff. I saw Anne's daughter there. She was Marie Antoinette in this thing. It was so cute and everything. So I went and did that as well. And I was just like, man, I need a nap. It's ridiculous what I'm dealing with. But but I'm done. My elementary school duties are done unless another teacher asks me to do stuff, Dale. Autumn wraps up school this year, and she's done teaching. She's moving on.
Oh, you're announcing it live here, huh?
Yeah, well, she's already told everybody, so I'll just tell everybody. Her whole school knows. Yeah. So my elementary, unless there's a teacher out there that wants me for career day, I'm hireable.
Yeah, Hillary, when you talk about she announced to everybody, Hillary said, Dad, please don't put anything on Facebook till I can.
Well, I can understand that.
Yeah. And I said, yeah.
I did like how you texted me, like you sent me the pictures, and that's what I was doing with the rental car, and then I was rushing down to the school, and I see the pictures and everything, and I go to show Autumn because it's not my kid. I won't ever post pictures of them because they're not my kids. I have no. That's a no in my world.
Right.
And everything. But then I go to show Autumn, and I look down, and I see this no media, please. You texted me that like a ways after you sent me the pictures.
I think I got a text from Hillary.
And I was all like, no. So I just responded, I was like, of course. I'm like, I wouldn't do that. Not my kid.
Oh, you might be yelling at the waitress to forget about it and send it out on Twitter.
I like how, why did Scotty's name tag have a number on it? Because you said inmate whatever,
yeah.
And I was like, "What do you mean inmate whatever?" Like, and I was like, "Oh,
well, that was the room that Hillary was in."
Oh, so visitor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because Dale sent me the thing, and he goes Avery, Hillary, and inmate, and then the number, and I was like, "What?" That's funny. What do they do there? Well, Dale, so you're gonna go over there and see the? I mean, there's nothing you could do for a newborn baby.
No, I'll just help out with Graham. Brooke kind of helps with Beckett.
What's the rule with newborns now? Because I know, like, for a while, COVID, don't come near them, or wintertime, it's like it's flu season.
RSV or
yeah. So what's the rule now? It just doesn't matter. Just got to be careful. But,
yes,
but it doesn't
and
matter.
Scott's a germaphobe, and
yeah, I get that.
I've always been of the ilk. Well, let them get going here a little bit with their immune system and all that. But, well, we're all very careful. And
Dale's over there going,
yeah. Well, little Beckett's got a cough, and she doesn't quite understand. Hey, if you're coughing, cover your mouth.
Yeah.
If you're coughing, get away from
because you said that, and I was like, ooh, she better hide that before she goes to that hospital on Saturday for those pictures, because they're all going to, one cough, and everybody's going to go, who? Well, go have fun doing that, Dale. For me, for Kobe, for Dale, we'll be back tomorrow, folks. 7 a.m. McCollum on Business. Don't forget, everything's on demand. TME Media AZ. Over at Rumble as well. Rumble.com/user/TME Media. Some fun on this Monday, folks. We'll get serious tomorrow with stuff out there as well. Robert, by the way, says, according to Tori, elevation bothers Marte. Yeah, just like he can't steal anymore because his hamstring. That I think they send him back to Phoenix on Sunday due to that, and that's probable. But that is, they do say that's a problem with him. It said, Robert says, need to beat the Giants, if only so their outfielders don't do that stupid dance after the game. They were told to knock it off, Robert, if you saw the ads to that side. And then Annie said, so happy for her. I'm glad that she waited until this year, since Daphne's my last. Yeah, that's Anne's daughter is in Autumn's class. So, yeah, Anne, if you didn't know that, keep it quiet.
You weren't supposed to announce it.
She announced it to everybody at school. I had somebody talk to me about her leaving at the school. I don't even know this person. Yeah. So there we go,
Go
folks.
get some clean water.
See you tomorrow. If I survive my drain. Where'd the music go?